Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Miniature Monday. We are here to start off the week with some painting in the tavern here, and we're going to continue work on our incredible Shadow Dragon. If you were here last week, you saw we got to do a lot of some shading work going on, and we finally got it down to that darker tones that we were looking for that is befitting of a creature of shadow. Before we get started, I just want to give a couple of quick announcements. The first and foremost is we're actually really excited to announce that we've been receiving enough followers over on Twitch that we are officially invited to become Twitch affiliates. Now, what does this mean? For you, it means that you can, if you would like, subscribe to our channel on Twitch to give us a little bit of a boost in the income here at the tavern. And if you have a Twitch Prime account, or a Amazon Prime account, you can actually do so for free. But more importantly for you, over at the Gauntlet on Fridays, there's going to be a lot more audience participation. You are going to have some direct influence on what happens to our players who are going through the challenge of the Gauntlet. So really excited for that. Come on over to hang out on Fridays and see what sort of chaos you can sow. In addition to that, our Discord, which was originally just a Patreon, man, my words are doing great. Our Discord, which was at one point a reward specifically for patrons over on Patreon, has now officially been made public. There is a link in the description below this video, so go ahead and click that and you'll be invited to join our channel. It is a place for our community to strengthen and grow and hang out when we aren't doing shows like this. And the last thing that I want to say is I want to give a big thank you to our patrons as well. With your continued support, we are able to improve and grow and become a better tavern and streaming group. So thank you to all of you. For any of you interested in becoming a patron, there is a link in the description below as well. Yeah, I think that's enough talkity talks. Benjamin, great to see you. Brioni, good to see you as well. Well, it's great to see you all. With all this being said, let's go ahead. I'll get rid of my paper that had the announcements, and let's go into our painting. Now, let me get some music queued up here. And there we go. Wait, maybe? Yes? Awesome. So also, I'm going to be bringing these lights in a little bit closer. It's going to blow out my face up here, but it's really going to help us see this Shadow Dragon. So here we are. It is looking great. You know, when I first got started on this dragon, I really thought it was a he, but now that we're really getting into the details, I'm really feeling that it might be more of a she. But you know what? I don't know. We don't know. You can see just how dark it is, and to be honest, like even pulling these lights closer, it's not doing a whole lot to help on camera. But I don't know if how well you're able to see this, but you can see some of the subtle growth from this almost night black. There's a lot of blues hidden in there as well, moving into these more purples that are growing on the wings, the fin, on the tail, and on the back. We've got some teefers up here that honestly look like they could use a little bit of cleaning up. We did a number when we put washes down. It was just taking a while to get to that dark blue that I was envisioning and hoping for. It took us one wash of Drakenhof Nightshade, another wash of then, the new purple shade that we got, this Druchii Violet by Citadel, and then finally another wash of Nuln Oil to get us here. And a little, it's looking maybe a wee bit darker than could be good. However, this is something that we can fix in highlighting. It's good to go from here and work our way up, as opposed to wanting to darken it later on down the line. Now you can see that there's a little bit of discoloration happening on the base of the feet, and this is actually because I've been putting it, resting this dragon on its base, which you can see now has a very cool effect going on. you know? Eventually, we're going to get into working with magnets to improve that. But for now, we're going to continue working. Let me go ahead and get my glove on so I can free handle this without too much of a worry of knocking a lot of the paint off. So yeah, that's going to be our goal for today. We are going to be working to, oh, sorry, let me move this over here. Oh, there we go. We are going to be working up highlights on this guy. Oh boy. It's a daunting start, but we're going to do it. How are we all doing at the start of this week? I hope everyone is doing well, had a lovely weekend, and as always, are continuing to stay safe and stay sane out there. You know, when all this is over, I'm probably won't say this. That's not really my catchphrase, stay safe and stay sane. It's just kind of become my catchphrase during, well, during the quarantine. All right, so I think we're going to start off with this. Gosh, all of these colors are blown out just so that we can see the dragon. Let's tone this back a little bit. There we go. So we're going to start off with our Vallejo's Black Gray. I believe this is going to be a good place to start on these highlights. We have a couple of options as to what we could do. We could work our way up from blacks into more blue tones. However, I do think that for this Shadow Dragon, I eventually want to get the highest highlights rather than being white to being a this ash gray. Benjamin Crudwig. Uh-oh, what? What's going on? What's wrong? You're scaring me, Ben. Oh. Go away. No. My computer is trying to do all sorts of crazy things. Stop it. I'm in the middle of a show. Leave me be. So let me go ahead and get our palette on here. Because again, I've been enjoying having the palette, so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I believe this is the first color that we're going to try and work, oh man. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do that. We're going to start this off on the claws because I feel as though that is a place where we can adjust, you know? Other issue that I've been running into when painting this guy is just that there's really no good place to hold on to him. There we go. A little bit of highlighting on the claw. And we'll see how that does. Oh. Let's see here. Ben, your feed went down. Think it was on your end, though. Oh, yeah, I hope so. Let's check our... Yeah, according to YouTube, we've got a decent connection. Now, I will say this is the first time that we're now streaming using a VPN, because we figured it was about time that we got one and used one. As our channel is growing and as we're seeing new people come in, we just figured it was a smart thing to do, to get a VPN, and hopefully that we shouldn't run into any issues with that in the stream. But let me know, everyone else, let me know how your stream is going, and hopefully it is going well. All right, now this dark gray, or black gray, there's so many different named colors out there. to me, it looks like is turning out really nicely for a first layer of highlights on this guy. So, I think it's going to be safe to go ahead and move on to the rest of the body. And I'm actually going to water this down just a little bit so that it goes on smoother. Yeah, that was a little too thick. This should be good. Yeah, that'll be really good. One thing that's really easy to do with highlights is just to hold it up to a light and see where the shadows are being cast. And if I actually raise this light up a little bit more, this will be a great directional light to let me know what areas I should be highlighting. And yep, so I'm seeing some raised edges up here. Let's go ahead and touch those. There's a lot of work to potentially be done on this guy. So, see, I keep calling him a guy. Maybe he is. I don't know. You know what? I don't have to gender my minis. That's not a thing I have to do. How is everyone else holding up during this time? I know that Ben here actually had his first stream here on Twitch on Friday, and that was a lot of fun. He's doing some fashion design sketch work. Tuned in for that. I really enjoyed that. Ben, indeed, it was fun but exhausting. Yeah, you really wouldn't think that streaming would be as tiring as it is, but you know, it can really take it out of you. I remember my first couple streams here on Adventurers Pack, and I mean, we didn't have much of an audience at all. It was a lot more of like the anticipation of it. But it gets to you. It gets to you. It's draining. Okay. So I think I want this guy lit from kind of head on. So most of the highlighting is going to be done on the front. He's got a lot of these like spined ridges, which are great. There we go. Get some more music in here. Alrighty. Whew. Man, you know, even using LEDs, it just gets really warm in here. Especially when they're right on me like this. Okay. So that's good for a lot of like the front section. Got a little more going on in here. Whew, actually, on that note. Ah, there we go. It's amazing what just one layer will do. Alright, let's get some of these facial features done. Especially these, the horns. These are going to look great with a little bit of highlighting work. What's interesting is right now at this stage in the process, you really don't see the fruits of your labor all that well. And that's okay. To get some really good work, you gotta do the behind the scenes work first. And then once all these highlights are done, we'll go ahead and we've got some detail work to do on the face, and especially those eyes. I'm imagining these being some silver going on, or some blue. Okay. And that is the front area mostly done. And as soon as I do it, I just place my hand right on it. Good, Scott. I'm blah. But now it's time to get into more of the wings themselves, and so let's get some of this edge lining here. And I'm actively choosing just to highlight the more solid looking pieces of this dragon. We're going to keep the fins and the flaps of the wings in a more darker, shadowy space. Because again, it's a shadow dragon. It's made of shadow. Right, there's that side. Let's get this side. Yes. And already it's starting to pop up better on the camera. Alright, let's get some going on the back here. We're actually going to be doing highlighting on this dragon very similarly to some of the highlighting that we did on the Dark Elf Queen's throne, which, you know, we are streaming on Twitch on Saturdays. There's that, and now we're going to move into these back ridges. Wow. Gosh. I gotta remember to breathe. I keep forgetting to do so. There we go. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait for it, wait for it. Hello, hello. Are we back? I think we're back. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Yeah, now I'm saying uh-oh. Did anyone else did we run into some I think we ran into some issues there. Seems okay. Seems okay now. Hold on, I want to make sure this is in real time. I'm the number 3. What number did I just say? Oh my gosh. All right. Are we here? Are we good? What in the world is happening? Okay. Okay. So, sorry everyone, not sure what's going on, but everything just kind of fell apart on me. What the heck? So, we're going to keep streaming with the current quality that we have. Hopefully we can keep going, and if this falls apart, it'll fall. Okay, there we go. Back to excellent connection. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me all during that that weird little... I've never run into that issue before. Gee. This may be an excellent time for me to announce that after after we finish this Shadow Dragon here, we are going to be moving all of our live content over onto Twitch. And the reason for that is right now, you know, the switching back and forth is somewhat difficult. But the big thing is we can... God, now my words have left me. YouTube is the only place where I've run into issues like this, where suddenly all of my streaming information is like, hey, whoa, warning, no, everything's falling apart. And I honestly, I don't want to have to deal with that anymore. So yeah, that's why we're going to be making that switch over. We're still going to be using YouTube. We're still going to upload all of our content there after it's gone live. So, you know, people aren't going to have to feel as though they have to watch us on Twitch. Hey, James, great to see you, sir. How are you? Okay, that's that first pass of highlighting done, and you know, it's looking pretty good. So what we're going to do now is add just a little bit of uniform gray to that. And go from there. Basically go back over everything that we just did, but in a much smaller area with now a slightly lighter tone. Oh, but anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so we are gonna switch everything over to Twitch. We will be uploading past videos here on YouTube, so people can still watch it here. It's just that it's a friendlier. Jake, hey Scott, sorry I haven't been here recently. Had to go back to work. Jake, no worries at all, man. We missed you. I was actually just thinking today. Oh, I haven't seen Jake in a while. No worries at all. How is back at work? Did it open back up because of like safeties or something? Yeah. So yeah, talking back on the painting, now we're going back over, so this is layering, highlighting, and we're just going back over everything that we did with a lighter tone and reducing the area that we're doing it in. Oh, mail's here. It's also so weird that my machine was freaking out, being like, warning, warning, everything's shutting down. And everything was fine. What the heck? It's like all of my settings are that one friend that something goes wrong. They're like, no, we're freaking out. We're all going to die. Like, no, calm down. Everything's fine. We just turned left when we should have turned right, and we can fix this. But it's not according to plan. It's like, okay, buddy, just calm down. You've all got that friend, right? It's not just me. Thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see right now in the light. But you know, as we work on this highlighting pass, hopefully that will help with that. Oh, more mail. Whee. 2 in 1 day. My gosh, do they know it's Christmas? Which, you know, it's not. Brioni, I am that friend, but I try to keep my mouth shut and let the panic just stay inside. Oh, Brioni. Yeah, this just that inner panic. You're smiling, but on the inside you're just ah. Yeah, no, I totally get that. Ooh, yes. Oh, yes. This is looking nice. Guys, are we gonna finish today? Is that a thing? Is that possible? Are we gonna finish the dragon today? We might. Holy crap. Sorry, I just had that realization. We might finish the dragon today. Watch, this goes on for another like 6 episodes. Now that is actually something else that I'm planning on doing is, you know, right now with our content, these miniature painting videos lasting about an hour, I'm planning on them going a little bit longer. To be honest, I'm planning on at least 2 hours in the future. Because I'd rather have less longer videos than a lot of shorter videos, you know? We shouldn't take a month and a half to 2 months to paint one mini. You know, I want to get a mini painted and done in like 2 weeks. Just so you know, we can keep it interesting. Also, I'm excited. I think we're going to be doing some like painting challenges in the future. I'm going to stop talking about like, oh, you know, one day we're gonna. No, we're in the here. We're in the now. We're gonna be present. We're gonna be mindful. You know, all that stuff that we learned in yoga. Only 2 hours feels good for this type of thing. Good to know. Good to know. You know, my biggest want to say concern, but like what is on the forefront for me when trying to, you know, produce content for this channel, because let's be honest, that's what it is. It's produced. Like we're making stuff. Is how to stay engaging. Oh, you're looking good. Oh, you're looking good. Don't ever change. Be the evil dragon you were born to be. Or maybe it's a good shadow dragon. We don't know. Ooh, no. That was too much. That was too much. I'm that friend now. Okay, we're good. And back to normal. All right. All right. Are you able to see now those the lines that are going on this creature? Yeah. Oh gosh, yes, that looks good on camera. Ha! That just made me happy. Time to add some ash gray to this. Actually, yeah, Jake, going back to you, if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work? I feel like we've talked about this before. All right, that's actually a pretty severe jump, so we're gonna darken that down with a little more uniform gray. There we go. It's not much, but again, subtle. Subtlety is the name of the game when it comes to highlighting. Whew. And also, a fine tip brush, which you can get a really fine tip going on. What is this, a number 1? Which I wish I could tell you I knew more about what the numbers meant. I know a number 1 is smaller than a number 2. Alright, here we go. Those are really coming out nice. Well, again, going a little overboard on that side. A little overboard. Let's tone that back a little bit. There we go. Take two. It's that one spot that I'm just really gung-ho about. So as I said, I'm getting smaller and smaller with these layers every time that I move to a new one, until eventually I'm just getting like the thinnest line in the smallest spot. I've got a little bit going for me in my shaky hands, in that, you know, it's a shadow dragon. The lines don't have to be incredibly uniformed. Yeah, look at the ridges there on his wing. I was just thinking there's a few people that we haven't seen in a little while. Haven't seen Dilzo pop in. That's all good though. I'm not saying like, yeah, wait, no, we don't need them. No, I'm just saying, you do you. Like, it's not a requirement for you to be here. David, thank you. Yeah, it is coming along quite nicely. Also, David, great to see you. Yeah, it took us 3 layers of washes, actually. Starting with Dragonhof Nightshade, moving all the way, and we picked up the Druchii Violet, and then eventually did a Nuln Oil, but it turned out really nicely. Hey, Josh, great to see you too. Josh, just lurking. The other thing, I try very hard to not look at the number of viewers we have, because, I mean, yeah, viewers are great, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this because I love it, and I get to share it with you, you know? I hear a puppy next door. So I got a text from Emmy right before doing this that her lunch does not line up today, and she was super sad. She wanted to say hi and see how this was going. So I'm just gonna give a really quick hello from Emmy to everyone. have to pull some of that away. Again, not too hard and also not the end of the world. I also got to be careful with how much I'm gripping this guy. Like, he is he is 3D printed. This, I don't want to break him. David, done a little painting lately. So little painting lately since I've been getting deep into Roll20. How has that been going, Dave? Do you mind if I call you Dave? Oh, I love this song. Okay. Honestly, I might use this song in some D&D games. It is just lovely. It was pulled off of just the free music library on YouTube. Who is this? Well, I'll have to tell us later. Josh, been focusing on building our Discord community and our Twitch presence. I'm sure Scott announced it, but we just became Twitch affiliates. Yes, I did, and it's so exciting. Yeah, so for anyone who wasn't here at the beginning, we are now Twitch affiliates, which is amazing. I've been spending most of my time when not, doing a show or writing for a show, filling out paperwork for that. So that's great. And then in addition, we've made our Discord public. So there's a link in the description below the video where if you want to join our Discord and hang out outside of these painting shows or the Gauntlet or any of our content, we're working to build our community there. We really want to be as inclusive as possible. Originally, that was just a patron reward, but we decided we wanted to open it up to everyone. And we're coming up with other cool things to give our patrons. So, for those of you who are patrons out there, don't worry, we got you covered. Roll20 is going good. One of my groups is making the foray into streaming this week. No kidding. What group are you? Which group is that? Like, give us the details. Let us be in your audience. Let's share the community. Support each other. That's actually one of the things we noticed when we started getting into this community, because I come from just a straight film and acting community, which is cutthroat competitive. People see you and like, oh, you want to be a part of this community? Well, I'm gonna hold out information from you. It's not friendly. It's not friendly at all. Whereas this community is so welcoming. They want to be there. They want to support you. They're like, hey, how can we help? And we figure it be, pay it forward. So, Dave, yeah, please, whatever whenever you guys start streaming, let us know. We'll be there to watch. Like, we'll be there to cheer you on. There we go. Oh, look at how much more definition that has now. Those ridges on the back. Yeah. Josh, being our PR in the chat. I love it. Thank you. What's amazing is doing these highlights have totally popped all of the purple that was hidden. So you can see all of the colors. Originally, I was thinking I was going to have to give a glaze to help blend some of those highlights in, but I don't think I'm going to. And a little bit here that I'm going to do. Oop. There we go. So now, let me get some of my earlier color. It's always important to not completely get rid of your old highlighting colors so that you can go back through and clean a section up. Which I didn't do the best job of doing that, but I just made it work. Alright, this song, on the other hand, not great. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Now it's not going to show up on the playlist ever again. Okay. I think that's it for highlighting. Which now is going to bring us on to details. Oh boy. Wow, I just looked right at my light. That was good. Oh, I need my eyes, because we're about to do heavy detail work. Crap. Give us a second while I reset there. So while I can't see, hi. Oh, that was good. That was great. Okay, so actually, while we're deciding to move on to details, we're going to do some highlighting on this base. This is going to be super easy. It's the base. We don't need it to be as detailed. And so, we're going to do my favorite, dry brushing. And with the dry brushing, we're not even going to need to worry too much about going up in the layering. We can start at a pretty rough place. Rough place. That's not what I was trying to say at all. We can start at the highest highlights that we need. Because you can see here what it's going to do. Yeah. That's all we need. Let's go ahead and... And we're not going to worry too much about, you know, getting the highlighting on the... Ooh, that was a lot. We're not going to worry too much about getting the highlighting on the black around the base, because we can always go back over that, you know? Heck, to be honest, we might not even need to do that. There we go. That's some good work done right there. And let's do the same to these gems, stones, really quick. These might be... I've never actually dry brushed something like this. I'm really tempted to try it. I know I could layer it. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of me is being lazy. Like, oh, we're so close to finishing the dragon, I want to get the dragon done. So, yes, there is that part of me, but then there's the part of me that's like, I want to see if I can dry brush it, you know? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna try. David, thanks, guys. I will post the relevant details once everything is sorted. Awesome! Yes, please do. That would be great. We would love to see it. Also, I'm hesitant to say this because, again, I'm no expert on the subject. I feel like I want to say that every time I ever talk about anything here. Like, I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy with a camera, and so I like doing stuff and showing it. Yeah, don't quote me on that. That came out weird. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is also feel free to reach out to us on Facebook, YouTube, Discord. You can get in touch with us. If you need any like help with anything as far as like gear, like what sort of gear to get, what sort of program to use, things that like, oh, did not think about that being a thing at all. Yeah, happy to pass on whatever I can. But also, again, not necessary. If you're like, no, we've got this. Yeah, no, that's fine. All right, so we're gonna try this Ultramarine by Vallejo on these stones. Just see what that does. Ooh, wow, that is watery. That is really watery. Is that good sound going on there? There we go. So I'm really, really going to remove as much of this as possible. I want this to be so freaking subtle. There. Like, that should do it. Let's see what that does. Yes. All right, there's one. And already, yeah, that looks great. Let's move on to 2. Do I have enough paint left on this to... Probably. Alright, reload up my brush, and get as much off as possible. I really enjoy dry brushing. It feels like you get a lot of... You get a lot of result for very little effort. I think that's also why I like, you know, the washes. I guess what I'm trying to say by that is I don't like to work. I like results. I don't like to work for them. That's a horrible thing to say. Gosh, you know what we still have yet to do on this is, do the freaking magnets. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna be able to do that. Makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. Oh. Did I even bring the magnets out today? I don't think I did. We might have to call it once we get details done. And then next time we'll just be doing the magnets and seeing how that goes. So actually, with all this being said, now let's put this guy on here and, like, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yes. Yes, please. Oh, you are going to terrify my players. For any of my players who are watching, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what we're gonna do. Because YouTube is still freaking out right now at me. That's just making me nervous. I think we're gonna call this here for today. We have a lot of really good work done. The highlighting is just so pretty. I am so happy with this. And again, him on the base. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be great, you guys. This is going to be amazing. So highlighting is finished. We've got details left to do, which on this guy, realistically, it's just his teeth and his eyes. I think that's all that we're going to do for details. I don't think we're going to get any crazier than that. But then what kind of falls into that detail section is going to be adding the magnets. We're going to be drilling holes in 2 of the feet. Whoa, that makes me so nervous. We're going to be drilling holes in 2 of the feet, and then drilling holes in their corresponding area on this base, and also drilling holes in a different base, so that this guy will be able to go from his fancy platform to a playable base and back very easily. And that'll be it. That'll be it for the Shadow Dragon. So yeah, 100%. We're gonna finish this guy next time. Oh gosh, I'm so happy. This was what I definitely have had an emotional roller coaster with this one of going, I'm terrified to do it, and it looks horrible, and maybe it looks pretty good, and oh my god, no, it doesn't look good. And now back to here where I am so happy with how this is turning out. Yeah, that's looking great. So yeah. I'm really excited for next week. I Oh, that's so sweaty. I can't tell you how excited I am for next week to see how this goes. To get him ready to be put on a base. Let's get this out of my face. Yeah, that's gonna be great. So, I guess I still have never figured out a way to end these. For those of you who weren't here, our Discord is now public, and typically after a show like this, I will pop over to our Discord and do a little video stream where I get to chat with you guys as I tear down. We call it post-show hangout. So if anyone wants to hang out with me after the show, you can pop over to our Discord. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Scott, and I will see you at the next Miniature Monday. Bye-bye.